Hello, once again, this is Panter TV, and today I'm here with one of my biggest, finest artists in Ukraine. Can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Hey, what's up, everybody? I go by the name of J Scope, which is one of the biggest, finest.
He's tired. He's tired. So tell us, what brings about you singing a very beautiful song here in Ukraine? How did you start?
Actually, been a musician doing this music. It's been a long time. I started from Nigeria, from Africa. I started from the church. My father taking us to the church, singing all this doing Fasolatido in the church, and
So maybe you grew up in the music system?
Yeah. Actually, no, because my father is an anti-music.
Okay.
he doesn't like music, but it's like all our father in Africa. They just like. You go to church, you go to church, school, and church. Yeah. And he doesn't know like it's investing into my music career. But unfortunately, I got my heart hooked to the music, and it's.
So when did you notice you got your heart hooked into music? I mean, like when did you write your first song?
It's just like the first time I wrote my song, that was like when I was 14, 15 years old. I wrote my first song for the church, and with my sister, and it's like I wrote the song for the choir member, and the next Sunday we sang the song in the church. And my choir master, mistress. She told she told my dad, like, your son wrote the song we sang today. My father was like, no, it won't happen.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like, come on, my son, even in the school, he has like 5.2 or whatever. Like he's not like so smart to do this. And he was like, my father was like, it's. And after that, at the night, and my father, something is like with African father, they will not disgrace you in the public.
Okay.
African father will wake you up in the night. Panter, wake up, you come to me. What happened yesterday? In like Ukrainian father, they will disgrace you immediately. But in Africa, we don't do that. They will just wake you up in the night. So my father woke me up in the night like, did you really sing this song? Or you wrote the song by yourself? I'm like, yeah. And up to now, you didn't believe me. Like,
really?
Yeah, because his mind was like, come on.
But one thing about you grew up from being a gospel artist to right now you're doing reggae. Because I have been listening to your song, and then most of them are reggae. So what transpired you from gospel to reggae? Or what transpired you from gospel to the particular situation you are?
That's more better. Yeah. Actually, it's not like reggae. Yeah, I do hip hop. Like I love experiment music, and been doing gospel to reggae to hip hop to rap, all those things is just like transformation of my mindset. And destiny will never change. When you're destined to be something, it's
gonna be delayed. Destiny is delayed, but
always be delivered. Like what we have right, like the poster.
Yeah. It can be late, but you never. But wait. One thing I understand about your talent is that you have this energy. So tell me, what makes you transfer the energy from Nigeria to Ukraine? How do you come about to find out Ukraine?
It's like, for example, Jay-Z, that's my empire. That's my motivation.
Okay.
J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. Everybody listen to Kendrick Lamar.
Not everybody understand what this is.
Yeah, not everybody. But people listen to his flows, to his like kind of vibe, all those things. And it's like the same like what with J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and all these guys, you know, not everybody understand what they say. Not everybody feel not everybody know the message, but they feel the vibe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing like me. Like, of course, not everybody understand what I'm talking about, but you know, the vibe, the message, I try to bring the message to the people. And actually, as the question you had, what really brought me, I mean, the question was like, what was the question?
Well, like from example, right? You're a very shy person. So you stand in front of a microphone with a lot of people. I understand you generated from you being a young person, because since we've been here, you're watching me just like, so I know you're a shy person, which I already understand. But what I'm saying is that from you come out from Nigeria, where you might be shy and made a mistake from your fellow black people, to you start singing in front of white people. What makes that come about? What brings about that? How did it? I want to know the story about it.
You know, it's just like, actually, it was not a plan.
Okay.
The plan was like to be myself. Because I came to this country not to be an artist. I came to this country not to achieve my dream.
Okay.
I came to this country to be a student.
A student. So what were you planning to study?
Yeah. So
wait. I want to know what you were planning to study. Just study.
My plan was now you're diversifying.
No, I'm not diversifying you. I'm not diversifying. What I want to know is, this is just a simple
because
question.
I'm going to forget the question you asked.
No, I will not. I recall it. That's why I'm here. But I just want to know, what were you planning to study? Because you got talent in music so good, and that's why we are here today.
Okay. Actually, to be real, you want me to be real?
Yeah.
You want me to be real?
Yeah.
Okay. My plan was to be, what's it called? To work on a ship.
Oh, I don't know how it's called, but that's what his plan was. But now you're one of the famous musicians in Ukraine. So I imagine you planning to become working on the ship, and then now singing beautiful songs. So tell me, what migrate from you planning to become, I don't know, a sailor or maybe a pilot, whatever.
Being a sailor.
From you being a sailor to be you'll be one of the best artists in Ukraine as a black man.
You know, it's just like, you know, destiny will always be.
Okay, like you usually say.
Yeah, it will never be changed. And you know, it's like, it's, of course, what my parents want, that's not what I want. What my destiny wants, maybe that's not what I want. What my destiny wants, maybe that's not what my parents want. You know, it's like everything goes in a different way. So you know, it's like actually, when I started like doing music, singing in the church, I never planned to do music. I never planned to do music in a big way. You know, it's like, I think, like, that was like yesterday, I was thinking like, I don't choose music.
Music chooses.
Music chooses.
Okay, now you're watching Panter TV. He don't choose music. One of your favorite music choosing, and that's the best about talent. Talent choosing.
And you know, it's like, sorry for cutting you up, because you know, I never, to be real, everybody watching me right now, J-Scope, I never think like I want to do this music in a big way, you know. And it's just, it happens like kind of the voice that I choose, the message that I choose, and you know, the image that I choose. People love it, and you know, it's like so cool, and you know, this thing happens.
So tell us the experience about your first time being in the studio, when you start noticing that, like before, for me, if you ask me what bring about Panter, I told you it's hunger. But tell me your first experience about being in the studio. How was it like? You great.
You know, it's like, to be real, to everybody, to all upcoming artists.
Today is to be real.
just listen to it the way it is. First time being in the studio, it was not easy, because I was and I'm not going to be.
Okay.
Yeah, a guy that's like go to the studio, read the verse. I mean, in the first time, and okay, no. It's been never happen.
So just copy like Lil Wayne. So you are basically like Lil Wayne. You don't write your song or what?
No. I wrote my song.
Okay.
But it's not like I will read it in a. You know, we have a lot of artists.
Yeah.
Like they read.
They read like behind the mic, right?
Like in the first time.
Yes.
Boom.
Okay.
And record. Good. No. I'm like read my I read the first verse maybe like 4, 5, 6 times. Read the chorus 5, 7, 10, 20 times. Okay. Read the second chorus 5, and that's the and you know, because every word that I say, I try to put my mind, my motivation, and my kind of inspiration in everything that I say. So it's like everything, all the words that I say in my verse, I don't want to say it like kind of. I just want to say it.
You know, you sitting here with me, right? You're like this kind of cool guy. When you're on the stage, you want to see this guy perform on stage. It's like making the crowd go, hey, wait, what comes into your what? Who are you when you're on top of the stage?
When I'm on the stage, I'm a different person. Because when I'm on the stage, I don't perform on the stage. I give the entire of myself. It's like the emperor of.
You're watching Panter TV, and today I'm with the artist in Ukraine. What was your first gig in Ukraine? How was it like when you stand on stage watching white people watching you, everybody's looking at you? How was it like?
Let me try and think. I think my first it was like kind of like it was like with some white guys.
Yes.
Because I used to have like kind of group. It's called like N Squad, like nigga squad.
With white guys.
Yeah. So it was cool because you know.
What year was that? What year? What year was that? Sorry to cut you off.
2009.
2009.
Yeah.
I was actually still in money back.
you know, it's like you need to have a stepping stone. Everything.
Yeah, exactly.
That you do.
Yeah.
And you know, those days I was in a Crivero. For those who know, it's like kind of one of the biggest. It's the longest Crivero. It's the longest city in Europe.
Wow.
Crivero. Google it. Write it. Crivero. Longest city in Europe. So you know, I was there. I studied there. I finished my diploma in the city.
Okay.
And you know, it's like kind of a huge experiment for me in life, in what I do, and it's kind of I appreciate the city, and it's one of the kind of gangster city in Ukraine.
So you mean it's better than Kiev, Ternopil? Because I know Ternopil is a gangster city. I
know, fuck that shit. Being a 10 whatever. No, it's not like better, but it's like it's the biggest mining city in Ukraine.
So how was your first experience like? You being in the state as the biggest in Europe and everything. As a first upcoming black guy, he don't even like to look at person's eye. That's a secret. So how was your experience like?
The experience was like kind of, it was cool. The experience, the experience was like, because in the city, they kind of, for them, it's like being a black guy, it's a movie. It's like, being a black, it's like kind of in a movie, and it's like kind of, or if you're black, even you're walking on the street, they like, ooh, this is a black guy. And you're walking in a marketplace, like, oh, let me touch you. The first time I was in like bazaar.
Okay.
I think in English.
Magazine, supermarket.
No, bazaar.
Market is a market.
Bazaar in English is also the same thing.
Bazaar?
Yeah.
I need to go learn my English.
But you know, the first time I heard that, I checked my dictionary. Bazaar is also the same thing in English. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, bazaar. So, bazaar, the people like, it is like 50 years old women.
Yeah.
Can I touch you? Oh, you know, it's just like kind of funny. And you know, it's like the way they interact, but they are men. If you touch, they are like Arab people.
Okay.
If you touch
Their wife?
not their wife, they're not even their ladies, the girls. Yes, it's whooped.
Your ass is whooped. So how did you change from that? You being on stage, because listen, I know as a black man, like you said, like it's a movie, right? As a black man, you are in a movie, and then people just see you want to touch you. How was your time? Like, what was the stress you went through when the girls tried to touch you, tried to feel you, and you trying to avoid them? You be like in a midst of eat or be eaten.
You know, it's like as I call it, survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
You survive, and you survive. It's like if you go out of the cave, of the panda cave, you survive. And you know, it was not easy. You know, it was not easy because being a black guy among
a lot of whites, yeah,
not even like white, like not being a racist.
Yeah, no, not being a racist though. Panter team, we don't race. I'm just saying, being around racist. Sorry.
Yeah. Just to be among this atmosphere. It was not easy. You know, it's because even the first time I was telling you, the first time I performed, they threw the banana to me on the stage.
How do you react to that?
Yeah, my reaction was not kind of good.
But did you throw your challenge? Did you stop the performance or what?
My reaction was I stopped the performance and I went home.
Okay.
And later I told some of my friends. They were like, "No, wow. That means you showed them you are a real monkey. You should have continued the show
and eat the banana in front of them."
And eat the banana. And I'm like, you know.
No, but it was your first time, so you have no.
No, that was not my first time. That was like I think that was like fifth or sixth performance. Okay. And they're like, you should like show them like, hey, come on, I don't give a.
Hey, you can say I don't give a fuck. So you move from that point, right? And you move from a point where I start saying, even it's not being racist, I start seeing white Ukrainians or Ukrainians start dancing to your song. So you move from the point, then throwing banana at you, and then you move from the point where they dance to your song. Even me, I was witnessing one of your concerts. So tell me right now, what I just wanted to know is that, how did you manage to go? Because I know most of your colleagues might be in the floor right now. They don't even want to go forward after they throw banana at them. What inspired you?
The whole thing is like when you love what you're doing, you don't give a fuck. And the mindset is different, and the mentality and what you have in your mind and what you will really want to achieve is different. And actually, the achievement achieved me. I don't want to achieve it.
Listen, you're watching Panter. Today we are getting a rap on the lyrical disco.